Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news and technical analysis. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 316. Who controls Bitcoin? NYDFS proves XRP custody, and Binance Debit card fails Satoshi's vision. Now, if you're catching this from live, welcome. And if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you're thinking. Now, if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us, once the stream is done, you can join us on the Discord. Links in the description, so there's a link to the amazing articles that we cover here on this awesome stream. Now, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for joining us on this awesome Monday night. And I hope you're having a great time. We did say a potential movement on Bitcoin going down. We did move down, trying to get a bounce, but, we'll talk about that once we get on to the technicals part of the stream. For now, let's jump on to the news, right? Thank you, Bitcoin Jake, for being here, man, and for awesomely supporting this channel every day, man. I know you started streaming today, StarCraft on Periscope, I think it was. I'm not sure if you were streaming somewhere else, but at least I just saw the notification on Periscope. By the time I came in, I think you stopped streaming about like a minute after. So, you just barely stopped streaming. So, yeah, I hope you had a good time there. And with that, let's move on to the news, right? Use Restream.io. All right, so you stream to a couple of places. That's great, man. It's a good tool. That's what I'm using right now for streaming into multiple places. It's interesting. Anyways, first article that we have says weaker dollar will drive Bitcoin to new highs. Yeah, we agree with that, right? I mean, it's no duh. We something we said, right? The more the dollar devalues, the more likely that Bitcoin will be higher price, and also people will start seeking more refuge in Bitcoin, which will also increase demand and have it price go up. Gilatorian, how's it going, man? Thank you for joining us tonight. You love the article? Yeah, it was a good article, man. Can you say, yo, I'll stream for 2 hours, gonna battle Red Panda Mining on stream again, and I'll stream my side this time. That's good, man. That's great. I'm not sure if you're doing with a single computer setup or if you're doing it to a double computer setup. Hey, Andrew, how's it going, man? Thank you for joining us tonight. There's two ways to do it, right? The way I do it is, since I'm not doing anything that's graphics heavy, I'm just streaming everything out of one PC. All right, cool. But there's a way you can do it from a second one, right? You just send all the video from one computer to the next one, and the other one is the one's in charge of just processing the video and launching it out. So it's a bit smoother on your PC if you're gaming, so you won't have that much lag in the game, and it's not so heavy or demanding on the graphics card already. Anyways, this article, I'm just gonna read what it says, the first two paragraphs. That's the only thing that's interesting of the article, at least to what I get. Anyways, last week Bitcoin was seemingly driven by one factor, the dollar, and this dynamic is easily seen when plotting the dollar or the US index against Bitcoin, right? I cannot get that chart to show up. They also don't show that chart. They just show the US dollar index 1 hour on TVC, Hagen and sheet candles, and that's fine. We've seen that index before. We already talked that the dollar lost 4% last month, which is the highest value, that the most is lost in 10 years, right? And we hadn't seen that drop since 2010. I think July was also the same time. We actually saw a slightly bigger drop then, but we hadn't seen such a massive drop since then. So again, if the dollar keeps losing value, yes, Bitcoin will rise. Furthermore, digital asset research firm Delphi Digital notes gold bugs have been rejoicing in recent weeks. Dollar weakness, coupled with deeply negative real yields, has created a perfect storm for gold and precious metals. Additionally, Delphi Digital states gold's latest search puts it among this year's best performing assets, outpacing global equities by 34% points. It's 35% gain on year to date through August the 6th. It's also the best since the early 1970s. So what they're saying is, yes, gold is also one of the best performing assets, right? I mean, they're not talking about crypto in general, at least on that paragraph. But again, we know crypto has performed extremely well, but gold is also up there, right? So if you're holding gold, you're probably performing very good on a year-to-year basis. With that said, I'm not going to spend any more on the article. It's in the description if you guys want to look at it more in detail. It does have some technicals. I don't like to do other people's technicals, and that's about it, right? I'm not going to go anywhere else. Next article, Bitcoin Stolen Revolution. Now, this article, I just like the beginning, the intro part of the article. It poses a question and then it goes into some detail that I want to discuss, and I think it's pretty interesting. You need a capture card, right? Yeah, bro. There's capture cards that are like, external and internal. I think the internal ones are not that expensive. Anyways, next article, right? Who controls Bitcoin, right? That's how this article starts. And I think it's an interesting question, right? And it says, a hint, it's not you. Of course, it's not me. It's not you. It's not any one of us. It's a far cry from the decentralized utopia many claim it to be. It says, systems of power are rapidly asserting control over Bitcoin, and their incentives are not your incentives. As an industry, we're at a critical juncture, and we have to choose. We either demand that the properties of user ownership and censorship resistance pioneered by Bitcoin persist, or we accept the facade of false decentralization that has been erected by a centralized regime. Our revolution is being stolen, but it's not too late to take it back. And yes, that is a point that I've talked about before, right? The whole thing about crypto is about it being independent, right? And every day we try to make it more like a bank. Like we started to issue credit cards for crypto. We started like try to get banking institutions to be able to, custody crypto, and all that is doing is just taking away from the beauty of cryptos. If you put it in a bank for it to be custodied for you, you're just going to a bank to put your money. You're just using Bitcoin as any other money, and you're just giving it to a bank to hold on for you. And guess what? When the bank gets a call from any agency, say you probably have something on you that they need to freeze your account, your crypto, it's blocked. So again, not your keys, not your crypto. The whole beauty about cryptocurrency was the fact that it was uncensorable, right? You cannot censor it. You had your money, no one could do anything to it because it's in your wallet, and you alone have the keys to it. Now, putting it back on the hands of the bank, or giving it to companies to hold for you, or custody for you, or trade for you. You're just giving them money, right? And they're just like any other broker firm. That's what they're doing. They're just buying and selling Bitcoin for you. In the end, you get more money, but you're not really holding crypto, and you're not really going for the move. So the article is interesting in that point, and I do believe we're at that juncture that we either try to take crypto back for what it is and say, I don't care if it gets approved by the government. This is the way I want to use it. Or, we still try to seek for regulation on this space. And, we sacrifice everything that crypto is supposed to be, which is decentralized, right? Because as soon as we accept all the regulations that they impose on crypto, we're giving up all that freedom to them to decide what they want to do with it, and how they're going to enforce it, and how they're going to be able to dictate the rules for us to play with crypto, when that wasn't how crypto started to begin with, right? So again, that's just a point for the article. Then it says, first, let's take a look at who controls Bitcoin blockchain. It says 65% of its hash rate is in one country, China. And globally, about 10 different organizations control 90% of the hash power, which is a lot, right? If you think about it, 10%, there are 10 companies controlling 90% of hash power. It's very little people, right? A lot of the Bitcoin mine, so they can all get together and start like denying service and block transactions, and all of a sudden you can't do anything with Bitcoin. They can turn it unusable, right? Because we gave all that power of hash to the companies, right? Because people are interested in money. In the end, whether or not they hold crypto or Bitcoin for what it is, they still put a dollar value to it, right? It's not a Bitcoin. Like, you cannot go to the store and say, I want to buy a computer with 1 Bitcoin, or I want to buy this many things with Bitcoin. It's just, now you have to transfer it to dollars. So the more dollars is worth, the more you're sacrificing the more people have interest in it. And obviously, everyone wants to turn Bitcoin into a business, right? They all want to get rich off Bitcoin or on any other asset. So in the end, we end up sacrificing everything. So like 10 companies own 90% of the hash power. I think it's become too centralized, right? It's like saying 10 people, the CEOs of those companies, can decide what happens with crypto or with Bitcoin. It's a high risk. I do believe that's where proof of stake comes into play. I know Bitcoin, Jake. I know you like Bitcoin. It's always going to be gold. Yes, but it's becoming highly centralized. If 10 people or 10 companies control it, dude, I don't even know if there's that many graphics card manufacturers, right? I know there's Nvidia and AMD, but that's 2 companies, right? We're talking about like 10 companies just controlling this. It's just very little. Anyways, they dictate the future of the product, right? And more than half of them are in China, beholden to a centralized government. And then they pose a question, would you call that decentralized? No, but that is the state of Bitcoin today. That is how the article ends, at least on the first paragraphs. I'm not going to go much into detail into the article. If you want to read the rest of the article, you can find it in the description. I do believe it's a good article. Bitcoin has first mover advantage. Should always be Bitcoin and altcoins. Yeah, it will be until China starts censoring Bitcoin. What are you going to do then? Right? It's going to be altcoins, right? You're going to have Ethereum. You're going to have all these other altcoins where, maybe they're going to start to get more money to try to stake more and get more transactions. But again, they can centralize it. That is the problem, right? It's a decentralized asset that can become centralized. It can fall prey to a 51% attack, that with 10 different organizations controlling 90% of the hash power, they can decide to shut off the machines and really do damage to Bitcoin, right? So again, when you were able to process Bitcoin just with your CPU without the need of a miner and all these new advanced stuff that has been coming out, so you can mine faster and better, and with all these things that people started to put a business around Bitcoin, right? Like graphics companies started to build stuff just specific so you can mine Bitcoin. So we turned Bitcoin into a business, and those who have more money can buy more stuff so they can hash faster and they can earn more rewards. So we're giving that control to the highest bidder, basically, right? And it used to be that anyone could be able to mine it. Now it's just a few who have money to mine it and who's actually economically feasible to mine it because of the electric cost are the ones who can mine it. So again, it just become I would say a paragon of like capitalism, I guess, at its best, right? He who has more money can do more stuff. The poor guy who was able to mine it back when it started, was probably he probably spent it. He wasn't sure what to do with it. He maybe lost the keys. But if you were lucky enough to mine at the beginning, when you could just do it without any specific or specialized equipment, you could do that, right? Anyways, 125 hash compounded computer on paper by hand takes about 10 minutes to write. Yeah. But still, right? The highest bidder, right? That's why you have all those people with like huge spaces with a lot of graphic power just processing Bitcoin transactions, right? All mining, basically. Anyways, I like that article. I do believe it raises some interesting points. Again, I'm not trying to go wild here or anything. Anyways, next one from Cointelegraph. Ethereum options data suggests pro traders expect Ethereum price to break 400. Now, this is Ethereum options open interest increased by 5-fold over the past 3 months to reach 337 million. Although this figure pales in comparison to the current 1.8 billion Bitcoin options market, ETR options have grown to reach the same size that the Bitcoin options market was roughly 15 months ago, right? So Ethereum is basically grown to reach the same size that Bitcoin was 15 months ago. So it's interesting. Bitcoin has increased, Ethereum has increased. Anyways, options are divided into two basic instruments, right? The calls and the puts. Calls being mostly at the bullish strategies, and puts mainly to the bearish strategies. Anyways, a simplistic view, but it provides a bird's eye view of what professional traders' expectations are as large trades weigh heavier on the index. Jill Torn, I wonder if Satoshi envisioned the current scenario. I think he always intended mining to be something anyone could participate in. Probably, man. We'll discuss that also once we get to the last article, because it's a little bit related, I guess. Anyways, this put-call ratio touched 0.37 in March, indicating the put options, bearish open interest, was 63% lower than the call options, right? And this changed after the crypto market crash in March 12th, when Ethereum price collapsed by more than 40%, and traders began building protected positions at an impressive pace. And the put-call ratio then reached 1.04 in early June, indicating the put options had higher open interest than any calls. I do believe I have this. I don't have that open here. Anyways, as Ethereum failed to break 250 level, open interest receded a bit to 0.84 in mid-July, and not leading off despite the recent 64% rally to current $390 range. Since July 20th, option markets continue to add more bearish put options, and this indicator shouldn't be analyzed on a standalone basis. This puts could be worth pennies if the odds are considered low. Anyways, another widely used indicator is comparison of open interest above and below current market levels, and to reduce the impact of the 400 expiry concentration, one should analyze the open interest 6% below the current 390 Ethereum price and a 6% above, thereby excluding such levels. And there are currently 350,000 Ethereum options below $370 expiry versus 280,000 Ethereum with strikes above $400, and this indicates 65% option strikes regardless of calls or puts below the current market levels. Such an indicator might prove Most traders were not expecting such a strong rally, although it doesn't necessarily translate into bearishness. Given enough time, more traders should go through expiries above 400, and this ratio could balance itself out, meaning that basically the puts basically just get canceled. Or yeah. So, or sorry, the calls get canceled. With that said, let's move on to the next article. I like this one. New York Regulatory Authority approves custody of Ripple. Now, the New York State Department of Financial Services has issued an updated list of approved cryptocurrencies for custody and listing. The list, which was updated last week, includes 10 cryptos that are allowed to be held by New York-based companies and 8 cryptocurrencies that may be listed. Now, the 8 crypto approved on the green list for both custody and listing for trading are Binance US Dollar, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Paxos Standard, Gemini Dollar, Litecoin, and Paxos Gold. In contrast, Ripple and Ethereum Classic were not approved for they were just approved for custody only, but not for listing. Anyways, according to the New York DFS, which also is the responsible for supervising authority for the BIT license, the inclusion in the green list has the following relevance. Any entity licensed by the New York DFS to conduct virtual currency business activity in New York may use coins on the green list for their approved purposes. Note that if a licensed entity decides to use a coin on the green list, it must inform the New York DFS prior to beginning its use. As the New York Authority further explains, there are several ways that companies with virtual currencies can adapt or list virtual currencies, and approval of a specific request to the New York DFS for a material change in business, self-certification of a DFS-approved policy for listing coins, and use of virtual currencies already on the green list. So the green list follows a guideline proposed by the New York State Department of Financial Services, which was made last December, which includes proposals for the acceptance of coins or listing options that the regulator makes available to crypto entities. There is no official information yet on the reasons why Ripple or XRP was not approved for listing, was just approved for listing but not for trading. However, it seems conceivable that the legal status of XRP and basically a question of whether the token is actually a security in the sense of the American law is playing a role. So again, that could be bringing this into a little bit of a standstill for Ripple. I do have the list here. And again, the coins approved that we already had discussed Binance US Dollar, and I think we did that last week. But again, other coins are still not there. Wow, this song is really annoying. Let me just change this. I mean, I just put it in random, so it just plays whatever it wants, I guess. Anyways, you can see Ripple's not here, and Ethereum Classic's not here. The other coins or the other listed assets can be for custody and also approved for listing, right? So trading. Now, this is the last article that I have. Why Binance's new debit card fails to fulfill Satoshi vision. Now, yeah, Satoshi Nakamoto years ago envisioned an ecosystem that would independently of the centralized financial system that dominates the global economy today, right? So Bitcoin is independent. His creation sparked a global community of enthusiasts and an entire industry surrounding blockchain, and the solution enabling individuals to turn their money away from centralized legacy institutions towards a transacting on a decentralized distributed ledger was the ultimate goal. That was, a world in which people could pay for goods and services with these novel financial instruments. Well, we're not at that point yet, right? Because you cannot really go buy with Bitcoin. You cannot really go buy with Ethereum. You can use your Ethereum and your Bitcoin, but you're not really paying with Ethereum and Bitcoin, right? Anyways, many payment companies and exchanges already claim to offer services that enable crypto users to buy goods and services with cryptocurrency, which is BS. Upon further analysis, like with the Binance new debit card offer, it's clear that the crypto payment solution doesn't deliver on the blockchain, right? Adding more intermediaries and opening users to the same harm that could befall them digitally by using traditional payment methods. Now, we've discussed this before extensively, right? Like Bybit, these other places. You buy with crypto, right? You buy with crypto, but in the end, the receiver just receives fiat. The store gets fiat. So Bybit keeps the crypto, and they pay in fiat to the receiver. So you're really not driving that adoption, right? It's not really being done on the ledger. It loses that beauty that crypto has, or that blockchain has in general. But anyways, currently there's two mainstream methods of processing a crypto fiat transaction. One method involves the intermediary accepting cryptocurrency and converting it into a fiat at a locked-in instantaneous exchange rate, and then delivering fiat to the merchant or vice versa. And the second method involves first liquidating the user's crypto into fiat in the user's account before it reaches the intermediary, and then sending the fiat payment to the intermediary to complete the transaction. So again, that's the one we're talking about, right? You go to the exchange, you're going to buy. Yeah, they take the crypto away, or they just basically liquidate that much of your position, and then at current prices, that gets transferred and then that gets sent to the receiver. But again, you don't take a preferential fee, right? You're not taking a preferential fee. You're probably taking you're getting a taker fee, right, which is higher than the maker fee on the market. And then you're probably also being charged an additional fee by the issuer, right? So in this case, if it goes by Visa, you get like a 1% transaction fee or whatever. So you still get another fee on top of that, and the fact that you're really not paying with crypto. So, it's not the best, right? Anyways, the first method that we discussed takes place on the blockchain, and the second one basically does not. Numerous payment platforms offer one of the two aforementioned types of transactions. Even the giants are mulling over and jumping into the game. PayPal has weighed in the idea lately of offering crypto payments to consumers, which could lead the way to increased stabilization of the volatility often associated with Bitcoin and other cryptos. But it remains to be seen exactly how these payment providers plan to process the transactions, whether they would technically allow consumers to pay in crypto or in fiat, or on or off the blockchain. And that is an important difference to crypto users, right? For example, I would love it in the case that, for example, one of the tip links that I have, it is a crypto link. So if you send me some crypto, right, like an approximate amount of crypto from your wallet or whatever, to my wallet, I do get to keep crypto, right? So if I were a store owner, I would rather keep cryptocurrency. Now, I do get why a lot of people and a lot of businesses don't go with that option of keeping crypto. One, it's highly volatile right now, and if you have your obligations in dollars, you have to cash out of that, right? Unfortunately, right now, crypto is not at a point where it's a de facto currency where everyone can transact with. So for them to be able to accept it, they can accept it, but they have to turn it into dollars so they can pay the rent, pay their employees, pay everyone else, right? Unfortunately, right now, we're not running on crypto, and that's still going to take time to get, for at least to get us there. Anyways, why Binance card offer causes crypto contradictions? There's two conceptual problems here. First, the crypto liquidation process into fiat currency through Binance, which, similar to banking mechanism, is out of the control of the user, right? Negating the foundational spirit of owning cryptocurrency instead of holding cash at a bank. Not to mention is the unnecessary redundancy it creates by adding Binance, Swipe, and Visa as additional intermediaries in the transaction process. So every one of those intermediaries is going to take a cut, right? So you're just adding more bulk. Anyway, second, by sending the payment through traditional credit card rails that are not on the blockchain, the user loses security benefits of paying on the blockchain. Essentially, the whole process places Binance in a sort of a bank-like position rather than a facilitator of payment between the user and the merchant, which is what Visa and MasterCard serve in this example, right? So Visa and MasterCard are a facilitator. Binance is now becoming a bank, right? Anyways, to satisfy the crypto community hunger for a truly decentralized currency, users need to know they are paying in crypto and not to be diluted by the promise of it, right? So this means crypto payment platforms need to ensure they are accepting the payment as crypto and not converting the crypto into fiat before sending the payment to merchants. And act as, undermines, or this act basically undermines the element of transaction transparency to the user. This may seem as negligible details, but to a crypto owner, it can make a world of difference. The entire reason for which crypto users get into crypto revolves around control of the currency and the multitude of benefits of running transactions on a blockchain for both the consumer and the merchant. And we're not at the place where the merchant wants to accept crypto. It's very few merchants that are willing to accept it, and most of them still take fiat on the end. So again, just because they says crypto accepted or Bitcoin accepted does not mean that they're taking crypto. They could very well be taking fiat. Anyways, we've gone almost 30 minutes into the articles. I'm going to jump onto the technicals, no intro. Straight on, right? We're going to dive right in. I'm not sure how many people are watching, but thank you all for being here, man. A couple people on YouTube, some on Twitch, some on DLive. Thank you guys. Some on Periscope. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you all for being here and joining us tonight. And thanks for the hearts that came out. Again, if I don't call you out on some of the channels, you got to type out, right? Because I'm not looking at all the chats. I just look at the general chat, so I don't get the, it doesn't tell me here on this chat that we're showing who's joined and who's exited, right? So, I depend on you guys to like say hi or something for me to like communicate with you. Anyways, interesting articles today. Yeah, man, thanks. No worries. I do like those articles. I do believe I'm a little bit delayed here, or at least on Restream it shows that I'm delayed. I think here I'm live. So I got a spotting monitor and I can see that I'm live. So I don't care about what Restream says, so long as what I'm doing here on my screen makes sense. Anyways, let's get through this, right? So what's going on? We called for bearish divergence yesterday. We did pump a little bit earlier today. And, I was looking at this. I was like, man, we're still going slightly higher. But, yes, sure, we're slightly higher. We did manage to pull back down a little bit. That's fine. Again, still tracking onto this bearish divergence. Starting to move down slightly. Still building up. Still overbought at 71.99. Really not a lot happening. Yesterday, money flew into the cryptosphere. We knew we were going to get this coming in because we're already starting to be slightly higher. Now, by the time we call divergence, we did pull back down a little bit, but not too much. Yesterday still had 2.02% gains, or approximately $7 billion right now, losing $1.05 billion, sitting at $325.74 billion market cap. Now, if you remember, yesterday was slightly higher. We did manage to move down a little bit, then we pulled up a little bit towards the end of the day. We opened very strong yesterday, right? But we did manage to move down and then managed to bounce a little bit. And we're going to see that also when we look at Bitcoin. Depends on what chart we look at Bitcoin. We could have seen prices as low as 11,400-ish. So with that said, let's look at Bitcoin dominance real quick. What is happening? Yesterday, Bitcoin neutral, right? Almost like it's spinning top. A little bit larger on the top, but that's fine. Basically losing 0.20% of market cap. Today, losing 0.17% of market cap. Sitting at 61.94% of market cap. And that is good. Now, the price of Bitcoin right now is sitting at $11,840 on the dot, at least on this chart that we have here. Still floating between 13,141 and 10,574, which is the prices that I have on this chart, which is the Coinbase chart. I do have charts with closer ranges that we're going to look at, but that's in this chart over here, right? So again, between 12,354, actually right now below 11,128 because we did change this in color so we could look farther back, and 11,453, right? On this chart, we did go down to 11,500. That's a low, but I do believe in this chart we might have gone slightly lower. 11,470 on this other chart, on 11,510. So, I know there's some charts where we went quite kind of low, but right now, we still have this going on. What was I doing yesterday? Right? Remember how we were up here above 11,000? Everyone was happy. Everyone was like, fireworks. Oh, we're geniuses, man. We're above 11,000. We're above 12,000. This is gonna go to the moon. What do we say here? Look, divergence. I still have that line to where we had it. And just to be fair, I'm gonna hide the Bollinger Bands real quick. And as you can tell, right, we're going higher, man. I think we had it around 12,060. Now, we did manage to move back down, right? Not just because we had it in the daily, because we also had it in the 4-hour. But look at that, right? Higher high. If we track it to where we're at right now, we're still higher high, and we failed to close above 11,828, which is an area that we called that we needed to close above if we wanted to see higher prices of Bitcoin, and we have not been able to close above that area. We've wicked above that area. Even back here, we wicked above that area, but we're unable to close above that. Today, we actually managed to wick also above 11,928, but we're unable to close above there. So we had that bearish divergence. It's still there, right? We have it against the MACD, against the RSI, potential price action to the downside, sitting neutral at 68.78 on the RSI. It wouldn't be weird for us to come to 11,430, right? We're still very high away from the 20 simple moving average, which right now it's sitting at 11,107, right? So I'm not too worried about this yet. Right, this is very close to our $11,120 mark. So I don't think we're gonna go as low as a 20 yet. I'm probably gonna find support around 11,453. I'm not sure we're gonna run from here yet. I don't see anything bullish to merit a run. But Bitcoin is consolidating, slightly upsloping. We have the bearish divergence right now. From what I can see, I would be expecting a movement down. But you think you can see the market, and then Bitcoin just comes in and blindsides you and really does what it wants to do. Now, what I can tell you, though, is a lot of people are bullish as hell. And when everyone's bullish as hell, and everyone thinks it's a genius, we know the market crash, right? We know the markets go down. So just be careful. I mean, yesterday I said be careful with your trades. Be careful when you set up your trades. There's a chance we could go down. Set up really tight stop losses if you're going long or if you want to buy Bitcoin. There's a chance this could still go down. Just be mindful of that and be careful of that. Now, only coin that's performing good right now, it's XRP. It's getting 2%. It was slightly higher today at 3%, and Bitcoin was positive. It was gaining like 1% or like points change percent. Ethereum was also positive. Right now, Ethereum's negative, so we might be getting a red crypto day today. We still have 20 hours and 25 minutes to go. I mean, don't quote me on saying we're going to get red crypto today. I say we might get a red crypto today. I'm not sure how strong the movement down is going to be, right? I haven't measured it. I haven't really gone into look at that. Yesterday, we called a movement down from up here. We did manage to move all the way down here to 11,400, and then we took a bounce, right? A very nice bounce nonetheless, but it would have been a good area of entry, right? So if you wanted to get some quick dough, you would have taken the exit when we called it at 12,060. But back in, I wouldn't say at around 11,400, but at least 11,500, maybe even back here if you want to say, right? 11,600. You could have taken a real quick ride to 11,900 again. I think our closing was 11,906. So again, you could have taken a quick ride to the upside and gained some quick dough there. Neo, how's it going, man? Thank you for joining us tonight. Anyways, we did call that move. Let's go to the 4 hour. We have it there, right? Beautiful, man. This was when we were live, right? 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. That's when the candle closes. Sometimes we manage to be live by my 11 p.m. time. But there we just slightly moved down, right? Hit the 20, and then we try to take a small bounce. Not the 20, sorry. The mid part of the upsloping channel, equidistant channel that we have, the 50% line. We kind of lost it. We managed to hold on to support at the 20, which is good. I went on Twitter. I said that also, right? Look, this is what we called. This is what we did. I said the movement down might find support. I called it 11,928. We did got it a little bit higher. But then we moved down, and even though we wicked down, we did manage to close here. And then we used the 20 as support and tried to take a bounce. But as you can see, we're rejecting that mid part of the upsloping channel. And from then, we're starting to break down a little bit. We haven't gone to the 20 again right now. Just the bearish divergence that we called yesterday. It's the only thing that we really have to go on with right now. And, same stuff. So, you were warned yesterday that there could have been a price action to the downside. I'm not sure if this divergence is still down playing out. We don't have anything bullish on the 4 hours. The only thing we have to go on the 4 hour is the bearish divergence. Setting neutral at 54.20 on the RSI. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. On the 1 hour chart, we didn't have any kind of divergence, right? We were fine. We were going from a high to a higher high. More positive momentum, yay. Higher on the RSI, we're all happy. We broke down because, we had divergence on the 4 hour. You can't play here. So, with that, we moved down. I'm not sure if we had something on the half hour chart. I rarely look there, but, this is good enough for me on the 4 hour. We knew we were going to move down. We moved down. We had it on the daily. We had it on the 4 hours. It was congruent, and it didn't matter whether or not we had it on the 1 hour. There was a chance we were going to move down, and down we moved, right? Probably a lot of longs got liquidated, right, because we took this nasty wick. And a good bounce. Found, I think we closed at 11,700. 11,699. 84. So very close to 11,700. From there, we took this very nice bounce and again rejecting, right? So, struggling with the 20. Broke below it, tried to get above it briefly. One candle, reversed, and right now it seems like we're rejecting and trying to move lower. Something that could happen here. We could definitely go lower than 11,829, which is where this is at. The closing 11,831, sorry. So, we could technically go slightly lower, right? And, go from negative momentum to less negative momentum. And then, I'm not sure we're going to get it on the RSI. I think we can negate it. But we could be looking for some strong bullish divergence, right? Prior to us getting a small movement to the upside. Maybe retesting 11,928. Maybe we're retesting the 20. Right now, it just looks like we're rejecting the 20. Nothing bullish, right? I think the only bullish thing that we had here for this small pump was back here on this chart. And it was a hidden bullish at best. And that would have been just against the MACD. So this would be 1405 and this is 1584, right? And that's the only thing I can see. So that small hidden bullish managed to get us to rally. But again, failing. That's the only thing I had. The only indicator I have to go on right now. This last bullish, right now moving down. We could create strong bullish and try to go for a run. But right now, I don't have anything bearish. And I don't think I have anything else to look at here. So high, lower, high. Right, so high, lower, high. High on the RSI, lower on the RSI. So nothing bearish. This could rally us again. We've seen it happen before, where this plays down a little bit. Sometimes we don't even make that lower low, and then we run, right? I said Bitcoin is perfectly capable of doing that. But right now, like I said, on the larger time frames, we have that bearishness that we have to watch out for. With that said, we're sitting neutral on the RSI at 49.86, very neutral, around 50 almost. So let's go and look at Ethereum. Ethereum sitting at 12.57% of market cap. Really nothing going on with Ethereum. Look at that, right? We had divergence, bearish, price action to downside, found support at like 360. Managed to close between the areas of 418.31 and 364.03. Beautiful, nothing there. Still overbought at 72.04. Again, more or less sideways motion. Let's go to the 4-hour chart, right? On the 4-hour chart, hidden bullish, rallied, create some bearish, went down, hit the 20, tried to bounce. Not really doing anything higher. We're not doing anything lower. We haven't even gone to the 20 again. So really not a lot going on there. I do have this here, and that's from the 1-hour chart. Sorry about that, guys. That's why I usually like to do cleanup as I'm doing this, because otherwise it's just freaking mess when I come in here, right? So I have a couple lines here. One of them is repeating. I believe this is the top one. That's from the 4-hour and the 1-hour. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. What do I think about Ethereum 2.0? Well, when it launches, it's going to be good. That's what we're seeing, a lot of bullishness on Ethereum. Right, it's going to turn into proof of stake. So it gets out of this, where it can be controlled by certain companies just by mining so much more Ethereum than the rest of people, right? So, yeah, a lot of miners are not going to be happy, but, it is the way of the world. I like proof of work. I like proof of stake. I can see the benefits of both. Proof of work, I said, is good so long as it's balanced and it's well distributed. Don't fall into these like 90% or 10 companies own 90% of the hash power or have 90% of the hash power. When that happens, it's problems. With proof of stake, it is the best depending on how much you're staking, right? So if you're also a majority, like if you can stake tons and billions of Ethereum, it's just insane, right? So you're probably going to be controlling a lot more or getting a lot more. But proof of stake works good, I guess, right? I'm not going to complain about that. Both have their pros and their cons. Pause seems to be the answer. Yeah. If you're a hodler, it's good. Yeah, I agree, Neo. If you're a hodler, then yeah, exchanges are going to be happy. Yeah. For long term, yeah. Look, exchanges are going to be happy with proof of stake. Because if you have your Ethereum there, they can have their EULA and just say that they can use your coins if you have them sitting there, and they can stake them for you while you don't transact with them. So if you're just hodling and sitting with your coins there, they're probably gonna find a way to be able to like invest your coins or stake them, and just have enough money available so that people can transact and just trade most of the coins or get staking rewards on most of the coins. And a lot of exchanges are gonna give you staking rewards, but they're gonna take a cut, right? So they're gonna take free money just for staking for you, which is best if you just take your money off the exchange and then just stake it yourself. So again, remember, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have it in an exchange, you're benefiting someone else. You only put it in the exchange where you want to transact. Exchanges already take enough money by taking your the fees they take, by whatever other shady stuff they do with your money while it's not there. We know some exchanges fake trading. We know some exchanges place volumes to put fake ceilings and fake floors, right? So exchanges we know have sold a lot of crypto when the price is rising. They place a huge ceiling just so they can sell or at least worry people that it's not going to be broken and turn it into a bearish sign, and then have people believe the price is going to go down, because there's so much money sitting there that we're never going to break through that. And I've seen people put millions into a wall where it's not going to move, and I'm not sure who's doing that, but it would seem that like an exchange would be the obvious answer, right? They benefit more from the more trades that happen, so they want to force you to trade within a range, and sometimes if the range gaps up a lot, very large, right? If you have a large gap for trading, then they will definitely try to put something to like start closing that gap. And you have all these bots that do trading, etc. So I think it's a mix of things. Anyways, Ethereum trading on a range, $394.30, moving down slightly. Not a lot happening since it's bullish. This getting bearish, right? Or sorry, strong bearish at then. With that, let's move on to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we had bearish divergence, right? Briefly. I can't remember if we said we were moving sideways here or slightly up. This was 10 p.m. So we managed to move slightly lower, right? So we wouldn't have what we were looking for. We had at some point in time this divergence, right? We were almost at the same height. So this closing was 398.53. We did manage to close here at 398.05. We were slightly higher when we had the line. That's why I was calling it sideways motion. Potential bearish divergence, medium, actually to the downside. We did move down. You know, it happened across crypto, but just not of the bearish divergence. We kind of lost it. Maybe in the half hour we have it, and it could be one of those things that, you know, we had it, and because we had it, it played out. Now we no longer have it. But we called it live. We called that move. And also, right, just like Bitcoin, probably a lot of liquidations happening, or, you know, got massive pullback as well. Neutral at 47.70. With that, there's really not a lot going on. Let's see. Low, higher, low. Still higher, low. So 0.36 negative, 0.22 negative, 0.21 negative. So we're very close to the same price. If we get here to this opening at 393.68, I do believe we're just going to make the same kind of negative momentum and maybe the same low. Oh, we do have something here. Wait a second. It's just very brief, though. 49.21, 48.58, right? Going ever so slightly lower here on the RSI. A glimmer of hope for hidden bullish divergence, right? And we're going there. Hidden bullish divergence, potential price action continuation to the upside, maybe, right? With that said, Tesla's thoughts? Yeah, I'll check Tesla's out, man. I think you asked that one yesterday. I did look at what you asked yesterday. I can't remember what it was, but I know you were saying you were in an RV, and that, you know, there was weird stuff going on, and your internet wasn't working properly. I'm not sure if you got to see the whole stream yesterday, but you know, I did cover the coin that you asked, and I'll cover again Tesla's after I will finish this, right? Anyways, Andrew, good luck, man. Your Wi-Fi went. Yeah, I imagine, dude. No worries. Stay safe, man. Keep Wi-Fi. That way, it's a good way to keep entertained when you're out. Ethereum. Let's go into XRP, man. So you got 3.83% of market cap. This sounds like Chariots of Fire. It's called Chariots of the Sun. It's very, very slow, man. I'm gonna change it to Space Trap. Let's hope this one's good. Come on, TechnoAxe. You're doing weird music today. XRP, what is going on, man? We're breaking to the upside, right? Potentially breaking the pattern to the upside. It's good. Sitting at 30.17 cents. It's the only coin that is actually pumping right now of the top 3 coins. So, you know, Ethereum's down, Bitcoin's down, XRP is pumping. Weirdly enough. I mean, we did have this downsloping consolidation. We talked about potentially breaking to the upside. We're rejected 3 times. 29,894, right? Even here, the high was 30.07. So again, you know, we're rejecting this area. Finally managed to break above it. Let's hope we can close there. And if we close there, we could be confirming that we're breaking out of this pattern. And then we could be taking a pump. There's a lot of chatter going on Twitter of people saying that XRP is going to go to 40 cents. You know, with XRP is one of those things that you got to take it a day at a time. And, you know, don't buy until you see it. But then you're not going to be able to play with it, right? Because it's going to be there. But you're going to take a chance. And it's either a project that you either want to believe in or you don't want to believe in, right? For me, it's a project that I like having. So, you know what? It's all right. Is it doing something? No. High, lower, high. Positive, less positive. High on the other side, lower on the other side. Overbought at 73.66. Again, if XRP manages to pass this area here, 31.04 or 31.03, sorry, we're probably going to make very little positive momentum. We're going to create strong bearish divergence and then get potential price action to the downside. So let's go to the 4 hour. All right, managing to break this triangle to the upside again. If we were to get a measure move, it would certainly get us to like 35 cents. I can't remember where we had it at. Almost 36 cents, right? 35.70, I believe, is the top here. And actually, we're breaking farther down, so 35.3 maybe. That could be a potential target, right? We could do a reversal now. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, right? We could do one of those like fake outs and then come back in and then probably tank. I mean, I'm just pointing out the possibilities, guys. I'm not trying to be a party pooper or anything like that, but you know, just the truth of what we're seeing, right? Do I hodl long term or just trade both? Depends. Both. I have an XRP hodl bag, and I have other hodl bags like DVT. But you know, it's a little bit of both, man. There's some projects I hodl. I do believe in them long term, and I have hodl bags. XRP is mainly the largest hodl bag that I haven't moved. And then I do believe in trading. And I'll tell you something. I would be much happier right now if I was trading my XRP, because I would do a lot better than by hodling it. By hodling it right now, I'm still taking a hit. Not that bad though. But if I do believe it's gonna tank, I might sell and then rebuy. You know, and with that, you know, getting back into the game at a lower price, I'll just like, you know, give me a little bit more coins to play with, which will make my exit price lower. I didn't end up getting much higher than we were at right now. I ended up getting it into a lot of XRP, like, you know, a lot of XRP by August 2018, pre-swell. You know, and then swell came in and gave that massive pump where it went to like 70 cents. And I didn't sell there. But I ended up getting it like 30 cents, 34, 31. I can't remember how many cents it was back then. But I know it's about 30 cents, or it was around 30 cents. And I can actually look at that real quick, because that swell spike is very obvious on the chart. Let's look at this, 2018, man. Bring me 2018 here. There we go. It's from somewhere on here. This is it, right? 2018 is this pump here. I ended up getting here, man, prior to that huge pump. So around 31, maybe 32 cents. So I'm taking a hit, you know, not a huge hit, like I said. I missed out not exiting here. You know, I wasn't too sure about XRP back then. I did believe it had more possibilities to go up, to be honest. Although we did have bearish divergence, etc. It seemed like Swell had good news, and I did believe the project was going to perform better on fundamentals more than technicals. But as you can tell, we were rejected around my entry point, right, like the 32 cent mark. I know I got somewhere between 31 and 30 or 32. I would have to go into the exchange and look at the exact price. But you know, I hodled some projects. DBT I'm hodling, then other cryptos I'm just trading. Whatever you guys give me in tips as you know, crypto, I don't move. It just stays in the exchange. Whatever you give me tips on fiat, I put them on the exchange sometimes, and then sometimes they go to buy other stuff like equipment. Last thing I did with some of the tips, or the latest tips, I bought food, and I went out and gave it on to people on the streets that were having a rough time due to, like, you know, losing their jobs in COVID, etc. Particularly, we just gave to the kids that were on the streets. But my wife and I, we just, like, you know, just said, look, man, I have these tips, and I want to do something with them, put them to some good use. And there's other people out there that are hurting, and they probably are going to do better if, you know, I spread them a little bit. So I didn't quite give them money, but I gave them some food, and, you know, the kids were really happy. We do have video of that. I'm still debating whether or not I want to do a proper video on that. We have videos of us making the sandwiches, etc. We did, like, I think we did like 25 meals that we handed out, and some toys that my kids stopped playing with them. So, you know, it was a good, like, I think, thing to do, and for my kid to come with us, and, you know, at least from a distance, see the kids be happy with, like, you know, the toys, and, you know, him understanding there's people out there that are having a rough time, that don't really have money to have food. Most of the kids that we talked to hadn't even had breakfast that day. So, you know, it's I'm still debating whether or not I want to do that into a video and put it up on YouTube. You know, I think there's a lot of things that happen like that, but, you know, it's one of those things that either you show it for the views, or you just keep it to yourself, knowing that you did a good deed, and it has more power, I guess, if you just know you did it and you're not doing it for any other purposes, right? I don't want it to be interpreted as though I did it because I wanted to get views or gain something else. I did it because it's just, like, you know, it was the right thing to do at the time. So anyways, so your tips sometimes do get put to good use, and then sometimes they go to buy equipment, like I said, and then whatever's in crypto stays in crypto. I don't touch that. So whatever you guys have given me in crypto so far, it's staying in the exchange, and you know, it's gonna be like a small fund that I'm gonna be making. Maybe I should trade with it. I'm not sure, but right now I do believe in in crypto, and see where it goes long term. So I guess that's gonna go into a hodl bag of sorts, or like an emergency fund or a retirement fund. You know, whatever. Time will tell. Anyways, XRP on the daily, going high. I'm happy. Gaining 2.68%. Again, starting to take a small run. And I'm happy, right? It's performing better than the rest right now. So let's go and look at the 4-hour. Again, we did have the bullish divergence we called on August the 9th. So yesterday, You know, we were here on the stream like 7 p.m. We were taking this ride. We said, look, watch out for the 20. We did fought the 20 for a little bit, right? But we managed to finally seem to be taking off from there. I think that's good. We got to a high of like 31 cents. I think high 30.7. So we went a little bit higher, which is good. Sorry, Neo. Why XRP have so much market since it's long time and nothing happening, project, etc. Neo, XRP does have stuff happening. They are signing on a lot of partners. They do have liquidity corridors in place. The only problem, though, I see right now is that they have been selling XRP to fund some of their operations, right, and fund whatever they're doing. So they have been flooding the market with XRP so they can get the company going at some point in time. And a lot of people that are XRP fans are probably going to hate me for saying that. But the truth is, and even Brad said at some point in time that they used to sell XRP to get the money to get the stuff done, right? And when you think about it, and sometimes even if they don't sell XRP, but if they gave, you know, if you're a company that's starting up and, you know, Ripple comes up to you and says, look, I'll give you 5 million XRP so you can get going, but you're going to give me like 10% stake in the company. You're buying the company. You're just not buying it with dollars. You're buying it with XRP. What is that guy going to do, man? He needs to pay for stuff. He's going to take that XRP, turn it around, sell it for dollars, have his $1 million or whatever, how much money they gave him in total, put it into fiat where he can spend it to grow and do what he needs to do. So indirectly, they're still selling XRP, right? By saying, oh, we're not selling it. We're just buying companies with XRP. Yeah, those companies end up turning that XRP into the market and selling it. The partners that are receiving it, like, you know, MoneyGram, they do get a bonus from Ripple for using the platform or for using XRP. They're also selling it on the market. They're not keeping it. That's what they've been saying so far, or that's what they've been disclosing on the interviews. So, but they do have adoption case, and they have a working product that is being adopted. And Bitcoin Jake doesn't like it, so no. This is an all crypto channel, man. I like all crypto. I do believe it is trying to do its own thing. So I don't bash any crypto. I might, like, you know, troll cryptos every now and then, but I don't bash crypto. I not any project, right? Even low cap coins have the thing they're trying to do, and people that believe they're trying to do the right thing. There are scammers out there, right? And if we know there's a scam, we'll call it for what it is. But I rarely bash on crypto projects. At least I try to be as neutral as I can here. Anyways, moving up. Great. Are we doing something? Not yet. High, lower high, positive, less positive. Even back here, positive, less positive, right? High on the RSI, lower on the RSI, neutral right now, 57.93. Bitcoinect. Is Bitcoin doing something now? Nope. Still moving down. 0.53. 11,836. Anyways, that's it for this, man. Really, not a lot. Still trying to go up again. 2.88%. 30.3. You know, still trying to gain. At some point in time, it was much higher. It might have been hitting 4%. You know, I might have missed that. Like I said, I'm still looking for an exit in XRP. I want to take some of the money that I put in there, not at a loss. Just take that money, part of it, and put in some other assets that I believe might perform better. I should have done that already, you know, because the gains that I could have had there would be better. But, you know, it's one of those weird things of being human, right? You hate taking a loss, even though you're letting go of certain gains. But just the fact of, like, taking a loss, it's such a psychological thing for a lot of people to get through. And that happens to me as well, right? And XRP, I should have exited. I should have put it into other projects that are performing better. And I would have gotten much more return. But, you know, knowing that you're materializing a loss, it just freaking messes with your head, man. It happens to me as well, right? I try not to let it happen to me. And I try to be as neutral as I can for that not to happen. But, you know, I'm human, and I'm also subject to all those things. So it also depends on your mood, you know, whatever. I try to be as disciplined as I can, but, you know, sometimes shit happens, right? It's life. With that said, let's see what's happening here. Nothing on the 1 hour that I can see, right? On the 4 hours, sorry. Let's go to the 1 hour. Fuck, on the 1 hour. Not what I wanted to see. High, higher high. And here's where we're going to be careful with XRP. Positive momentum. Less positive momentum, right? And that's not the best. Now, from here, we would have negated what we had, but we call this bearish divergence. We're here live. We did get the move down. It was slight. Then we try to pump again. That's fine. So from here to here, the move down from the bearish divergence, we had it. It was hidden divergence. Now we're having strong bearish divergence, right? We don't have it against the RSI, just against the MACD. So we could try to go for another run, create probably another divergence, and then have it also on the RSI. Right now, we have the bearish divergence, the strong bearish divergence happening. We're still bought at 64.95, so we can still run from here. can find support maybe at 29,894, maybe in the bottom part, the top part of the downsloping, the falling wedge. What was resistance can become support, and we can try to run from there. QC news everywhere. Oh, dude, you're also on YouTube? Awesome. Do you follow us on YouTube? If you don't, you should follow us on YouTube. Because I'm struggling for subs right now. I've been losing subs, apparently, from when the ban happened until now. So I lost a couple of subs. I'm still struggling to recover subs. And, like, you know, get more turn up. I'm not sure why, man. We're a fairly good channel. I believe we are fairly accurate in our calls, dude. Almost every time we make a call, I think most of the time we're right. So you guys are the judge of that. You guys are the ones that are seeing it and seeing how it executes. But I think we're fairly accurate. With that said, you can just grow when the Bitcoin pump up. Yeah, maybe, man, maybe. I deserve way more subs. Yeah, thanks, man. That's the kind of you. Yes, no FUD here. I love it. Yeah, no FUD, man. No FUD, no FOMO. I've seen markets go down, and Benny used to come here, and I think the day Benny came in, it was the day that Bitcoin was crashing, and you know, he's like, "How are you so cool with that?" I'm like, "Well, you know, I'm not gonna freak out, dude. It's a crash, and it's gonna get pulled back, and we really want to see where it ends up, right? Like this flash crashes have pullback, and you know, we're not gonna freak out by that." We already know what's going to happen. Right now we have divergence. We're expecting price action to the downside. If you have a position open and you still haven't closed it, you're still expecting price action to the upside. So if you have a position open, it's just be careful. Maybe you set up your stop loss if it triggers, or if it goes to your exit according to your plan, then you exit, right? You know where you're going to exit. But if it goes up, then it doesn't matter, right? We have it. This new positive momentum island, it's still building, right? We got to make that clear. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 hours long. So it can keep on building, right? Just like this. Look, at 5 hours old, it was here. So you can keep on building. It can go on higher, and you can negate that divergence. You just got to watch. Right now we have it. Right? We got to acknowledge it for what it is. And just be careful in case it goes down. We know we had divergence. If it doesn't go down, if it goes up, there's a chance it could still go slightly higher. And we really go then from here, and maybe we're still slightly lower, and we're still creating divergence until we create weak divergence. And then if we just go slightly higher, and then it goes higher, then we no longer have divergence, right? But right now we have it. Gotta acknowledge it for what it is, and deal with it. And that dealing with it is, be careful. We're just saying it's a potential that the price might move down. It already moved down. It already moved down farther to like 30 cents and took a bounce almost right at 30 cents. Right now we're starting to move up. Let's go with the flow, right? I mean, that's why I say keep on tracking. When I'm off the air, just keep on looking at the charts. Keep on looking at what it's doing. And you'll get a flow for how the markets move. Anyways, yes, no FUD. I love it here. Okay, I read that one already. Andrew, I wonder if I did TA before the news, if it would attract more people. Maybe, man. News, it quick and out of the way. Yeah. I feel like most people come in here for the TA, so they know what to do. Yeah, but the thing with the TA is that if people keep on asking, and when the channel grows, if people keep on asking, I'll never finish the TA and I'll never get to the news, right? Because there's just going to keep on growing and growing and growing. So, yeah, like Bitcoin Jake says, do the news quick and get them out of the way. Sometimes I take a little bit longer with the articles. I try to be selective on what I talk about. And I try to get like things that I believe are important for crypto. Coins being approved by the FD for the New York, DNA, whatever, I forget the name. About how the feeling of crypto is, etc. So yeah, if I did it the other way, right? Because right now we can chill out, we can just hang out, talk about crypto, go through the markets, have fun, whatever. You can make requests. I can keep on looking at stuff. But if I did that towards the end, then I'll never know when I'm gonna get through the news, right? I've been told by people that maybe I should do 2 streams, do one for the news, or do a static video for the news, and then do the TA live. And I could do that, right? There's no problem with me doing that. I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna handle that, because then for me it would be much easier to just come in here and do the stream live, maybe post stream, just talk about the news and upload a small video. I'll be fine. Maybe I'll be uploading more stuff, and that would actually work well. Yeah, Jake, I agree. That will work well. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to fit into my schedule, because right now how it works is I do have a stable job, so I end up my job around 6 p.m. Today I'm on vacation, so this week I'm on vacation. So I'm just gonna stay home though, because there's really no place to go. Uh, but I usually get out of like close computer at the office at like 6 p.m. Then I go with the kids, have dinner, play with them for a little bit, put them to bed, read them a story. And then with that, I come back, I look up the news, or if I already had pre-selected news, I start walking through them, reading them, taking the parts that I like from the news, putting them into the document that I'm gonna be, reading from, and then putting my thoughts into there as well, or just highlight my small notes as to what else I was thinking when I was reading it, so I can make my comments. And then after that, I do the stream, or I just click on start the stream. Basically, I set up the small icon for YouTube, come in, do everything, and that's that. But yeah, I should do that, right? Yeah, I think that's the way I'm gonna do it. It's also gonna give me more exposure on YouTube, because I'm gonna be uploading double the videos, right? So I'm gonna be uploading 2 videos a day, the news and the TA. So if someone wants the news, they can go to the news. If someone wants the TA, they can go to the TA. Yeah, I know. I'm debating that. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to fit into the schedule. I'm actually heavily considering that part. Because I do agree. Some people just come in for the TA. Most of them leave because they don't know what's going on. And then some people come for the news. So, yeah, I'll just do them into separate things. So it's going to require the TA. I think it's going to be the same small, rotation of little thumbnails. Whatever. Short news videos would be easier for people to digest. Yeah. I agree, man. I can just do like 3 or 4 articles, talk about them real quick, and that's that, and then just come on live and do the TA. Yeah, I might play around with that idea this week that I have a little bit more time. I should also want to set up the troll coin that, they told me to set up. So I want to set up the troll coin. I want to set up other stuff also that I haven't had time to sit down and do. But I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do stuff this week that I have time to actually sit down and start playing around. Like I have to switch the stream from Twitch back to YouTube, make sure everything's matched again, so that when someone subscribes on YouTube, it just keeps on giving the subscribe. When someone tips on YouTube, it keeps on giving that tip. I want to mess around a little bit more with stream elements. I want to make the stream a little bit better. I might put a goal on the upper right corner. I do believe it's empty, and I want to set up a goal there where what the donations are going to go for, because I do need to buy some stuff and equipment. I want to get a new mic. I might want to get a Stream Deck. Right now I'm looking at a free Stream Deck that works on the cell phone. I just got to program some stuff, and it's going to allow me to flow through the stream a little bit better. But there are stuff I want to get for the stream to make it more enjoyable and easier to go along with. And I want to put goals, for if someone wants to help out to reach a goal, that's fine. If not, it's a tip. If no one wants a tip, that's also fine. But I do want to get some stuff going on here. I want to get more memory for my PC, more hard drive space. Yeah, there's stuff I want to do. Anyways, I do believe I'm getting distracted here. Bearish divergence again. We're starting to go up, right? So again, just watch out. There's a chance we could go down. We do have the bearish divergence. That's the last thing we have. You have something bullish? No. Low, higher, low, negative. I wouldn't consider this a lower low, although you could go from here to here, right? From here to here, and then go from negative to positive, right? But again, we wouldn't have it against the RSI, so we're going low, higher, low, low, higher, low, right? Again, if you want to find hidden bullish, you could go from there. I wouldn't suggest it, because you really want to anchor from a previous island. You want to go from the previous negative momentum island. It's where it's stronger. But again, we're getting the small rise. Let's go with the flow. We have this strong bullish divergence here, right? We created hidden bearish, and that's fine. We kind of negated it by this peak. We just went down, hit the 20, went up, hit the 20, flirt with it. Taking that small bounce, so that's good, right? Now we're creating strong bearish divergence. Let's see how that develops. With that said, let's move on to Litecoin. You just scroll lock key on your keyboard for hotkeys on OBS to start and stop recording. Yeah, I use hotkeys, but then I have problems. When I use my keyboard or my keypad for math on the stream or something, I end up putting the plus sign, the minus sign. That mutes and enables my mic. I used to have number 9 to switch scenes. It just messes around. So I need to find different ways to and I'm doing it with hotkeys, and I'm doing it the free way right now. There's things that make it much easier though, right? And you can enable for example, if I wanted to get small memes to pop up, I could have a lot more stuff on Stream Elements, I think, or on a Stream Deck that I can have on my key. I'm still figuring it out. Anyways, there's this free app that I was looking at. I can't remember the name. It's called Touch Portal. Since you are streaming, Jake, I would suggest you check it out. It's basically it enables your phone to be used as a macro control for the PC. I think it gives you up to 16 keys or 16 hotkeys, and with that you could probably do something. And it's fairly cool, man. It's free, and then you can pay for the full version. I think it's the pro version, right? It's $12 forever, lifetime license. So for $12 you can get like a huge amount of keys. You can even use an old tablet, right? And I heard it's all right. I mean, I'm not giving promotion for them or anything. I'm not getting paid for them or by them. That's something I'm looking at to make the stream a little bit more enjoyable, and so you guys have a better experience and I have a better experience. I'm not sure if it's there for Linux, man, but check it out. It's called Touch Portal. It says control from PC and Mac. I'm not sure, man. They do have for Android, Apple, iOS, Windows. I'm not sure if they have it for Mac, but for Linux. But you can check it out. You can probably ask them if they have something for Linux. There's probably something for Linux, man. Anyways, let's keep on going here. Litecoin. What is happening with Litecoin on the daily? Let's get there, man. Bearish divergence. We created some hidden bullish. We're looking for that. Again, still developing that hidden bullish, right? We're still going lower again. Go to there. All things being good. Potential area for reversal, like we said, and we're getting that small bounce happening. We called that one out yesterday. It's still there, right? We had it. I'll leave it where we had it because that's good, right? And I'll leave it where we had it down here. So again, we knew we were going to get a potential bounce. We did get it. Yay for Litecoin. And with that said, there's really nothing else going on. So let's go to the 4-hour. The 4-hour. We're creating hidden bullish, and then we created strong bullish. Price action to the upside. We got that rally. We called that on the 9th. We're here live at 7 p.m. candle. We managed to get above the 20. We flirted with it. We're still undecided as to where we want to go. Tightness of the Bollinger Bands above the 20. Making more positive momentum. 12. Where were we back here? 13. So high, lower, high, positive, less positive, high on the RSI, lower. All things good. Sitting at 52.46% on the RSI. Sorry, at 42.60, whatever it was on the RSI. Really not doing a lot. Just remove the percent. I said it. That's it. Neo, where do I leave for fun? Where do I leave for fun? Well, I don't leave for fun. I leave for work. I live in Mexico City. So low, lower, low. Again, we had the bullish divergence action to the upside. We got it. We created this hidden bearish. We called out yesterday. We were live here at 10 p.m. We moved down on that again. The moving down that we called took a nice bounce. The last thing we were playing off, the strong stuff we're playing off right now, is this, right? The bullish, the strong bullish. So that's what's keeping us pumping. Although we created bearish, we moved down, we respected it, got below 20, managed to get above. You hit a support, tried to go high, came back down again, you hit a support and went higher. Now every time we're going higher, we are creating bearish divergence, strong bearish divergence. So with that, we're going from a high to a higher high, and then again from here to here. And you'll see it in a second, though. If you cannot see it, yeah, you'll see it there. And then from here to here still, right? So strong bearish divergence, price action to the downside. Just the 20 has been an incredible support so far. And here we would have it from here to here. And then on that next spike, we wouldn't have it either from here to here or from here to here, right? So again, strong bearish divergence. We moved down. Awesome. Took support, took a bounce, and moved down. So low, higher, low, negative, less negative still. Low on the RSI, higher and higher. So really nothing bullish. We're just playing off the last bullishness we had, but now we're creating strong bearish divergence for the second time. We're moving down. Is the 20 going to hold? Still yet to be determined. Tune in tomorrow, and we'll figure out whether or not it held. But no, just kidding aside, if this moves to the 20 simple moving average, we might see a test for support, which looks like we might get. If we manage to hold on support, we could go for a new bounce. Maybe make a lower high, right, potentially, and then break down from there. Or if we make a higher high, we might make more positive momentum and negate any kind of bearish divergence that we had accumulated. Now, with that, if we fell at the 20, then we could be going lower, right? We could even come down here to $56.34 or whatever is down there. Nothing else in the chat. Awesome. Oh, snap, man. Get rid of that. Anyways, with that said, let's move on to Binance. What is happening with Binance? Bearish divergence, move down from there. You know, we talked about that. Really nothing going on. Sitting bought at 64.62 on the RSI. Nothing bullish, nothing bearish. Let's go to the 4 hour. High, higher high, positive, negative, more negative. So hidden bullish. We called that out a couple days ago, right? We managed to go up slightly, get above the 20. You know, we're flirting with this area. We're starting to contract. I'm not liking it because we're starting to create a symmetrical triangle. I mean, I'm going to use the wicks just to be congruent with this shit. Now, for some reason today, yeah, finally, I figure out how my key is locked because I wasn't using the lock key for this. And, you know, the question is here whether or not we want to respect the wick. This is a FOMO wick, right? This is like, you know, a crash wick. So I'm going to ignore it right now for the analysis. And I'm going to suppose that we're going to be making a lower, smaller triangle. Now, I forgot to do the stain drawing mode, and it used to be that before I was struggling because I couldn't lock stuff, and now I can lock it, and I just keep on forgetting to lock it. So before it used to flow a little bit easier. Okay, so we're going higher, less negative momentum, higher on there, so that's fine. Again, symmetrical triangle, we're gonna get squeezed, we're gonna get a breakout, hopefully soonish if this pattern is to be the one. Again, I'm choosing to not acknowledge that wick. If you want to acknowledge it, then you would go there and just, you're all gonna have a larger triangle. That's just it though, right? And I'm gonna try to see if I can wick from there. If I go from there to the next wick, then we should have broken out already. You know, I'm not gonna go from way back there. I'm gonna try to go closer, right? And choose to believe that we might be getting a break soon. Now, you move into the upside, we have to go from the low to the high. That's how we take a measure of the triangle structure, right? And look at that, right? So, snap. I forget to keep on changing my tools. There we go. To the upside, it would certainly get us a little bit higher, man. At least to the, what is it, that range, man? Come on, sure. I'm going to have to go, there we go. $25. If we go lower, then we're definitely looking at, you know, probably $19, $19.85. So again, you know, it just depends where we're gonna break. It's symmetrical triangle. It could go either way. Neutral at 48.65 on the RSI. Tightness of the Bollinger Bands coming in. Same on the 1 hour. Tightness of the Bollinger Bands failing to do something. Right, high, low, high, positive, less positive, high, more positive. You know, high, lower, high, lower, high. Right, so lower than the previous high. So you know, all things are congruent here, right? Low, higher, low, higher, low, negative. Less negative, less negative, low, higher, low, higher, low. Again, really not a lot going on with the Binance in the short term. Just falling into this triangle structure. Let's wait for it to break. And with that, I'm going to move over to Cardano. Cardano sitting at 14 cents, 14.30 cents. And the bullish divergence, right? We created the bearish, moved down, hit the 20, took a bounce. I think we talked about that yesterday, but let's go on the daily first. Again, it looks like we're falling out of this rising wedge, and it just gives me, I just begin to question whether or not I should have included that wick, right, and into the analysis, and still it's a rising wedge. So, you know, that's one way to view it, and I'll leave it at that for now. Again, the last thing we had was this hidden bullish, managed to rise, moving down, hitting that 20, trying to get a bounce, still determining whether or not we're going to fall or hold the 20, right? We're still a little bit red, and with that, you know, even if I were to track that to there and that to there, it will still be hidden bullish, right? So with all that into account, setting neutral at 56.75 on the RSI. Let's go to the 4 hour chart. Again, bearishness, right? We call this strong bearish. We'll move down, found resistance again where we had it, right at the top part of the triangle. Move down from there again, breaking below 20. Low, higher, low, negative, less negative. On their side, higher on their side. We really don't have a lot going on. Right, it's been a slow day for this coin, so let's go to the 1 hour. Last thing we had was hidden bearish. We moved down, hit the 20, took a nice bounce. Right from there, high, higher, high, more positive momentum. Everything was good. We talked about this yesterday. Low, right, turn come down again. All things were good. So what have we done lately? Let's see positive momentum here. High, lower, high, positive, less positive. High on their side, lower. Again, nothing there. On the negatives, let's see. Low, higher, low. Right, less negative, that's fine. Alright, interesting. Now we do have something here, at least. If we keep on going sideways as we are right now with the price, it would seem to suggest that we would be going from a, let's see, negative 0.0, I'll just call the number, negative 19.085 to a negative 9.471. So You know, we would be coming in here like that, and with that, we'll be creating medium bearish, medium bullish divergence, potential action to the upside. Do we have it on the? There we go. It's also on the RSI. Right? So again, potential that we might move up. So with that, that's what I'm looking at right now, right? It's potential for a small rally if this is to hold. If this manages to move a little bit lower, we're probably gonna create strong bearish, right? Right now, which I just now did. I just moved slightly lower than that entry point here. As you can tell, if I move it, right, we're sitting at it again, but you know we had moved slightly lower. So again, if we move lower than this, we're probably gonna create strong bearish, and that until we finally break that, and we will no longer have it. With that said, let's go over and look at we had a request for Tezos. So I think Andrew or Neo, someone asked for Tezos. Andrew asked for Tezos. Let's go looking for Tezos. Where's Tezos, man? I do have XTZ out here somewhere. After that, I'll check out DBT, and let's find Tezos. I like the stream today. It's fun. Some good conversation going on. And maybe new ideas to get the stream going on a different way, right? And I think I'll do that, right? I'll record the news first, then do everything else. So let me find Tezos, man. Snap, man. I can't remember where I had it. I just have so much stuff open here on the sides. Maybe I closed it. I doubt it, though. I rarely close requests because I want to see the last thing I called. And then sometimes when I close them, they just tend to disappear. But maybe I did close Tezos. I'm not sure. Let's see. Silver, gold, no. Usually we're on the show. Let's see. West Texas, no. That's where. And so Link, EOS, XLM, Bitcoin Cash, Tezos. Here it is. I have 2 Tezos charts. All right. So on this Tezos chart, let's see on this Tezos chart. Do we have something here? Nope. All right. So the last one we used was this one, and we called stuff yesterday. All right. Cool. So let's go on the daily. Tezos, right? I said it might not be a good in. You could be buying at a really high point. 10%, 9%, right? 14% gains. 1.8% gain. It's going insane, bro. Why is he going so high? Let's see. I'm not finding anything. All I know is that we've got rid of whatever divergence we were creating yesterday, right? A strong bearish, because we had it yesterday. We just got rid of it. So, you know, we're going higher again. So, again, like I said, we're expecting a movement down. We did get it, right? We did move down. As you can tell by this wick, but you know, we managed right now to undo it, right? Because we were here, we had that strong bearish. By the time we closed, we probably no longer had it. Let's see, 885.101. So we went slightly higher. With that, we kind of got rid of that divergence, right? But we ended up getting the pullback that we were calling for, and then we took a new run. And, you know, that's fine. Again, if you had your position open, you're doing good, you know, and you just have to be watchful that it's not going to drop. Right now, we don't have anything. We're going insanely high. Overbought at 75.95. Let me go here. We haven't been that overbought since February 2020, right? And we're making prices higher than February 2020. So if I wanted to look for something bearish here, I would go from February till right now. And then go from this spike over here to the new spike that we're making, and said, look, strong bearish divergence over a very long period of time, which I don't believe it could be the case, right? For that, we could go on the weekly, try to see if we have it, and on the weekly we do have it, right? Previous spike to new spike, we were creating that divergence, right, like that, going there and then going down here. So we could have it if you want to look on the weekly. And then if you want to ignore this area, that I wouldn't ignore it because it's a large pattern, a large island. You'd also be going from a high to a lower high, right? But again, you know, if you go from here to here, you wouldn't have it. But on the spikes on the RSI, you do seem to have this bearish divergence, you know. That's about it, though. So with that, I'm going to go back in the daily. We don't have anything short term. That's fine. We're probably not going to have anything on the 4 hour either. Right, look. We had this bearish divergence. We called it out to the downside. That was yesterday, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, maybe. Price action to the downside. We created this hidden bullish, right? And from then, we found support here at $3.04. And from then, we just started to rise. So all things are good, right? Nothing bearish on the 4 hour. We just had that potential bearish on the daily. And that's fine. We probably just called it that, a potential bearish on the daily that we could potentially break down from. Now, short term on the 1 hour. Yesterday, 9 p.m. we called this movement down. That's fine. We did manage to rally. Then we came back down here again. Managed to find support at the 20. We held on to that 20 beautifully. And then we took a new bounce. And that's fine, right? High, higher, high. More positive momentum. Higher on the RSI. All things are good from this previous high. So, you know, Nothing to worry about there. Nothing bearish yet. Maybe short term though. All right, so from here to here, we're going higher. Give me that. There we go. On the 1 hour. Beautiful. And then from here to here, you know, we're coming lower, and then from here to here, we're coming lower as well, right? So we're creating slant bearish divergence. Potential action to the downside. We might go to the 20 to the $4 area. I believe it's where it's at right now. 399.96. So yeah, $4 area. And try to find that as support. Of course, as this keeps on developing, the 20 will keep on rising because the price has gone up. With that said, I think that's it for Teslas, man. I mean, I'm not sure what caused this major spike on Teslas. We do have some technicals that are bullish, but not to really get that much bullishness out of it. I do believe it could come with a hard crash, right? It's an insane pump. And it could come with a very, very hard crash. Let's see, from this low, dude. Let's say you would have gotten in on July the 30th. You would have had a 55% return, man. That's insane. That's a good amount. Just while I'm saying that, someone came in here a while back and asked for Southwest. I can't remember if it was Gelatorian or someone else, but someone asked me to look at Southwest, and I called this strong bullish, right? And that was on July 30th. And from then, look at that, man. Beautiful, right? It's a 13% gain. So if you would have taken Gelatorian, I think it was you. I don't want to pin it on you, but you know, I'll just say it was you because I can't remember who it was. And I think you were asking for some stocks that day. But if you would have taken this ride till right now, you would have taken a 13% gain on Southwest Airlines, which is a very good run. Anyways, with that said, like I said, after that, I was going to look at DBT. Let's go look at DBT, man. What's happening? DBT at 70 cents again, same area. Let's get some indicators out here. Let's get the RSI and the MACD. RSI. The MACD, man. McDonald's. Let's get the McDonald's indicator. Alright. So, let's see. Let's get this into bars just so we can see it a little bit better. Because, you know, those small, thin lines are no good for anyone's eyes. Do we have something? Let's see here. All right, low, higher, low, less negative momentum. That's all good. I'm moving sideways. We could, in theory, you could say we're moving sideways here, right? Short term, going from negative to neutral, so no negative momentum, right? So we do have some type 2 bullish divergence, potential action to the upside. We've taken these rallies, but really failing at 7 sats. We don't have anything on the RSI. That's fine. Let's go to the 4 hour, man. On the 4 hour chart. What do we have? First, let's get rid of this stuff from there. There we go. All right, so low, lower, low, right? Negative, more negative. That's fine. And you know, higher, so coming up. That's good. High, lower, high, positive. And I hate it because here the positive is just so trippy. But you know, we're going from a high to a lower high, positive, same positive. So really not a lot of movement there. Fatty, how's it going, man? Thank you for joining us tonight. Hope I'm well. Long time no see. Yes, bro. Long time no see. YouTube banned my channel for a while. So I was banned for like 2 months until I got my channel back. That's why you probably haven't seen me here in a couple of months. So I'm back. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for being here and being part of this awesome community. Anyways, you know, with this coin right now, I'm not seeing anything on the 4 hour. So let's go to the daily. Your apologies if I've gone to XRP. You're sitting in. Yeah, no worries, man. I'll go over XRP again. I'm just looking at this other asset that I've recently gotten into. And this one I just basically look at it because I took investment in it. And I'm doing very good. I'm doing 3 times already. So when it goes to like 80, to like 8 sats, I'm doing 3 times. Right now I'm doing like 2 and like change. So I'm already good on my money here. I'm trying to find this bounce though. Hidden bullish, red potential action to the outside. We've been slowly climbing, but really not looking like a good determinate climb, right? That's it. Let's go on to let's go back here, man. So we got a request for XRP, man. Let's go look at that, right? XRP, one of the few coins that are actually doing something positive right now. Bitcoin, Ethereum are all negative numbers. XRP gaining 3.20%, which is very good, man. Potentially breaking out of this structure, right? It's a daily. We haven't called it a full break until we actually confirm closing outside of it. But we're breaking out of this potential falling wedge and a measure move of that. I think we took it on another time frame, but you know, A potential move would certainly try to get us to at least 34 cents. To the downside, it would see us go somewhere else, right? But right now, looks like we're breaking into the upside, so it's good. Down sloping consolidation after a nice impulse up. So yes, it could bring another nice impulse coming in. The only thing I don't like is that if we go higher, right, even to 32 cents, we're gonna go high, higher, high, positive, less positive, high on the other side, lower. So we're gonna create some kind of bearish divergence that could bring price action to the downside. With that said, let's go to the 4-hour. As you can tell, we were overbought on the daily. So on the 4-hour, we're taking these nice bounce, right? So high, higher, high. We're going even from the previous one, right? So let's see here, 130, 117. So high, lower high, positive, less positive, high on the other side, lower on the other side. We really don't have anything going on here except for the bullish divergence that we called yesterday. So since then, we've just been on the rise, flirting with the 20, came here, found support, and then took a bounce. So, closing at the 20, flirting with the 20, finally taking off from the 20. With that said, sitting neutral at 58.73. So, last thing we had was bullish against the MACD. Nothing against the RSI yet. Nothing against the MACD on the bearish side. So let's go to the 1-hour chart. On the 1-hour chart, I'm worried about this bearish divergence that we created short term. Right, so high, higher, high, positive momentum, less positive momentum. On the RSI, we find we don't have it. But we have this strong bullish divergence that we could play off to run, right? We did run. We created this hidden bearish. We moved down slightly on that. We called that movement as we were live here at 22-hour candle, which a lot of indecision. And then we moved down, and then we reversed it, right? And we managed to go slightly higher. So from here to here, we kind of negated that bearish divergence, right? And it was hidden bearish. So, it's just slight continuation, right? So we did move down slightly, and then we, pumped. So with this nice move, still playing off the strong bullish. Even though we came down here and hit that 20, we managed to hold on to it. I think this nice bounce. Right now, we're creating strong bearish. That's the only thing that's worrying me. So, like I said, if this could come down here to 29,894, targets that we've had for the longest time, we haven't changed this. So if you look at the last video that you saw and we talked about XRP, we probably still had all these numbers out here. So, we haven't changed anything. It's still all here. With that, going higher, coming lower again, potential, if we move down or we cannot reject it, we could try to go higher, but we could fail. We could try to go higher and make negative momentum. Again, this island is short. It's just 5 candles old, so we gotta wait for it to keep on developing. This candle was a couple hours old, so it's a larger time frame. So this could go on building, but I'm worried about it going lower, and then this coming in slightly higher on the MACD, create some hidden bearish, potentially break down. If this manages to come back higher, it could still make more positive momentum, but we could still be on building on this divergence, right? It will just anchor there, and then we'll just anchor to whatever the new low is. But short term, we could create something also against the RSI that is bearish and probably move down. Right now, let's say XRP, if you have your position open, good. If you're taking profit, good. If you believe it's going to run, good. If not, just set up a tight stop loss. We're probably going to get bearish divergence. Potential action to the downside. That's about it, though. I'm not sure where it's going to go yet. I'm still waiting for it to confirm. And I would confirm that, but, probably hitting the 29 and maybe losing it. If we lose the 29, we're probably going to try to find immediate support at the previous falling wedge, right? The upper part of the falling wedge. That could become support. And if we fail that, then we will have the 20. And if we fail the 20, then, yeah, we could be looking at, the 28 cent area again. So I'm really hoping XRP is going to hold on today. It's performing beautifully, getting 2.77% on the day. So it's good. Thank you. I'm hoping it will hit 34 cents soon, then retest. Yeah, 24 cents is a little bit higher, right? We still have, I'm not sure if I have targets above that. The last target I have to the upside is 32 cents, which was my entry point for my hodl bag. So, the hodl bag, it's the experiment that you guys know about, the part that I'm not touching, and I got in pre-2018 swallow band, pre-swallow band 2018, and it's taking a hit, man. It's I'm not happy with that. I would have made more money by trading that bag than just by hodling it for 2 years. So that hodl bag of 2 years worth, I've added a little bit, I've taken from it a little bit. It's just the hodl bag, the main part that I put in pre-swell, it stay there, and I wish I would have moved it. I would have made more money if I would have traded with it than by hodling it. So on my experiment and my experience, hodling, it does not pay more than trading. That said, I'm not advocating. If you guys want to hodl, that's fine. If you guys want to trade, that is also fine. It's up to you. We had an awesome stream today. If you guys like what we do, you should hit that like, that bell, and that sub. I haven't said that today in the whole stream. And we're moving live for an hour and like 34 minutes. Wow, it's a long stream today. With that said, I'm just gonna go run real quick through the markets. I think we've done most of the coins. If you guys have any questions or any other coin, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna look real quick at silver. Silver again, indecision, right? Gapped up on the opening, but you know, still pulling down on the divergence. So let's wait for that to confirm. And even short term, if we want to go from here to here, right? On this very, very short term here, we'll be going from here to here, right? So bearish divergence. Gold still moving down. That's fine. We had bearish divergence, waiting for it to you know, consolidate for a little bit after an amazing run. And with that, I'm gonna go look at the markets. So gold, sorry, silver at $28.88. It's very good. All-time high for silver was $49 and change back in 2011. I don't want to do that line. We'll look at that real quick though. Why is it anchoring that? I switched to something. There we go. So highest point, right? 2011, like we said, April. That would have been at $50. Nah, I don't think we hit $50. I think it was $49. $49.83. You know, so again, still, you know, a couple, 19 bucks below that. I'm not sure we're gonna hit that yet. We're gonna consolidate, right? Impulse up, consolidation, impulse up. We haven't consolidated. Wait for it to consolidate before we run again. At $28.86 against gold at $2,016. With that, all things good. Gold making all-time highs, right? We're here at $2,062, and that is fine. Actually, wicked $2,073. So with that, let's go look at the S&P. Gaining 9 points again, still creating bearish divergence. Gotta wait for it to develop. Nikkei down 88 points. That's fine. We don't have anything after rejecting the 20. Toronto up 61 points again, still creating this bearish divergence, right? Indecision starting to happen. We'll just change our anchor from there to there. London down 146 points. So again, you know, that's fine. Near the 20. The Dow gaining 358 points. Very nice. Do we still have divergence? I doubt it, man. I think we killed it. 69.88, right? So we're definitely going higher. All good. Is it good that it's going higher? I doubt it. I do believe it's highly inflated. We're also sitting overbought at 69.00. So potential inflation of the Dow Jones. So we could be getting a crash, you know. And I've talked about that before. How I believe the market is being probably kept afloat for political gains right now, pre-election, because you don't want to re-elect yourself with a economy being in the downturn after the whole political campaign basically became based on the fact that the economy was going to be better. So with that, the US 30 going up slightly, $88 again, and that divergence that we were looking for, we also kind of got rid of, right? So I'm going to get rid of that there as well. With that, oil going up slightly, $45.38, right? Getting to the top part of the Bollinger Bands. Not a wild expansion, but, you know, still have that divergence there. Still divergence here as well, right? So, you know, not moving up very much on this. It looks like we're tightening a lot. And here, we're finally hitting that resistance. And it looks like we're getting above that $42.10 mark. Let's wait for oil to keep on playing West Texas. With that, Bitcoin futures, let's see. Yesterday, we gapped up a little bit, right? So from closing to opening, we gapped up. We moved up and down, but we haven't quite covered the gap. Right now, moving down. When I looked at this earlier, we're looking at 12,000-ish. Sitting at 11,890. Current price of Bitcoin, 11,808. So, you know, with that said, I'm going to go look at other coins real quick. My Solo Genic is still playing awesome. I'm getting 1.5 times my entry, right? So I got in with $10 that they gave me for free. Right now I'm sitting at $25, so I'm doing good with Solo. Haven't really added to that, right? It was one of those like sign up to the exchange, get free $10 to play with. That's all I did, man. Stocks real quick. So again, like I said, right, Southwest. So whoever called it back then, you know, we called it bullishness, and you know, we took a good ride. 13% gain still today. I'm not sure whether or not you should close it yet. High, lower, high. You know, we do have some hidden bearish, so we might be finding some resistance here, and I'll just draw that right now, just so that we know we talked about it today. And you know, I'm going high here, and we're also going high here from here. Okay, so, very slight positive. There we go. Hidden bearish action to the downside potentially, or stalling. Acme United Corp. This was asked by my dad to actually look at it, and he asked me off the air. So Acme, we talked about that on August the 3rd. We actually talked about that on July the 31st as well. But he asked me for entry, and then I just, updated to where we're at. And I said, look, man, what's going to happen here? We might gap down a little bit more, move down, and then take a bounce. But I said we shouldn't be breaking below the $20.79 area, which was the bottom of the channel, right? And I said, look, if we go there, we're probably going to negate it. But if we go slowly, we're probably still going to have that bullish divergence, and then we can try to run. We did create this hidden bullish, and we took a massive run. It was like an 8% gain. So if we would have taken this position last week, and still waited for today, you would have gone from here to here, and that's an 8% measure, 8.8% measure. So it's a very good gains on a 4-day holding, right? I know crypto pays more, whatever you guys want to say, but still, if you're not comfortable with crypto, stocks do pay if you find the right ones. Now we're going high, lower, high, positive, high on the other side, lower on the other side. We don't have anything bearish. This could still go up a little bit more. It wouldn't be bad. But again, that's going to be it. I'm not sure how many people are watching tonight. We do have a couple people here live. Twitch, there's a couple of people on Twitch. I'm not sure who's still with us. I'm not sure who's still with us on YouTube. We have 4 people watching there. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for bringing awareness to this community and growing with me. By the way, Fatty, I'm also Bitcoin Jake. Awesome. He'll take his 1% month on DVT for now. Yeah, bro. It's good. You can add on to DVT and get a 1%. That's very good. I'm not sure who. But Fatty, if you're still with us, man, thank you for joining us again. And I'm also streaming on a couple platforms now. I go on DLive, Twitch, Periscope, on YouTube Live every time. Now, I'm heavily going to consider doing the news earlier, or recording the news whenever I get a chance earlier, or post stream, and just do the stream, the technicals, and then just go and do the news. So there might be news every day, there might not be news every day. For sure, it's just easier to come in here, sit down, and do the technicals. But there's people that already do that, and I want to be a little bit different, and I want to provide more information. And I believe that's going to be the news part, and that's why I started doing the news before the stream. Or I used to do. I remember at first I used to do article and then cover that technical, and then article and cover that technical. It got a little bit weird, and I just decided to do the news first and then the technicals. I think I'm just gonna remove the news, do them on a static video, and then just move on to do the technicals live. I think that's gonna be healthier. I might start doing that tomorrow. I still gotta set up how I'm gonna do the news on the screen. I'm gonna figure it out, but it's good. It's not bad. I believe I already have something that can work for me. I believe I could go with this screen for the news, right? This could be good for the news, right? I'll share the whole screen. You can see everything. I'm over here looking in this small little corner, Doesn't say the donors, doesn't say anything. I do believe this could be the potential news screen. Right, so with that, let's go back to where we're at. There we go. I think that's going to be it for tonight, guys. We've been live for an hour and 42 minutes. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not really particular on keeping time for the stream. It will go as long as it needs to, so long as people keep on asking questions. But for now, I believe there's nothing coming up on the chat, no requests. And with that, we're going to call it a stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching the State of Crypto. Thank you for joining me and being part of this awesome community. Again, it's a pleasure hosting you guys tonight on this awesome Monday night. If you like what we do, you know what to do. Hit that like, that bell, and that sub. And hit follows on the other platforms. People watching on Twitch, thank you for joining us tonight. People on YouTube, thank you for watching us tonight. On DLive also, and on Periscope. Thank you all for being here and subscribing and being part of this community again. And I'll catch you tomorrow for another edition of The State of Crypto. Until then.